Here, kitty, kitty. Yeah, I've been making noise, so he skedaddled. Anyway, this is it's actually a CL 350, but it's the same as 69 and 70 SLs. They had a bigger hub. In 71, 72, 73, they went smaller hub, and this one has a brake rod, and the other one had a cable. So anyway, this came in. It does have the odd little crack there, you can see, but it has a big lip here, which I like, which the other one didn't have. Like every other spoke does have a little, does have a little line on it though. All these old Hondas, they all, like a lot of people call them, they don't call them cracks. But anyway, I do. But anyway, I don't think it'll ever cause a problem because this thing's 50 some years old. Ran the whole life of the bike. But anyway, it's with this great big edge, I'm not really intimidated by those cracks. But anyway, I just got through a friend of mine. He has a booth where he sand glass blasts, and once the glass loses all its well, once it wears out, he throws it out. So he gave me a bag of it, and I just blasted this. I just got through blowing all. I was gray from head to toe, worse than I usually am. Anyway, I blew myself off, and anyway, that is polished up, and everything's in pretty decent shape. And the sprocket here, I cleaned that up too. It's just like new, but it's a 530. Anyway, my original is 520 because it's dirt bike, and it's a little thinner, and this came with a spacer, and it takes the exact same size. Like the sprocket will go on, the bolts are in the same spot, and the same size hole, same size axle, and the bushing that goes in the seal on the other side's all the same. So, and I already have a set of shorter spokes to fit this hub for my chrome. So, if I go this style, at least I'm keeping the old hub design like original, because a couple years of this bike, this was what they used. Mine actually has the smaller hub and the bigger cracks. So I I have to make or buy the brake rod here, but that's not too big a deal. But anyway, I'm quite pleased with how smooth that is for glass blasting. It didn't pebble it at all. Now here, I was thinking this sprocket's in a lot better shape than the original one, which is pretty good, but this one's just like new. I think I might take this to a machine shop and just have them take a little bit off. I'll have to do a couple measurements first to make sure the sprocket lines up from the edge of the spacer out. The sprocket's exactly the same as my original, and I may have to have a spacer made to alter it. I don't really want to wreck the original stuff. So anyway, this sprocket, I'm going to have it turned down like half an inch here, maybe on both sides. Take it off and grind and machine the edges to make this a 520. Because the only difference between a 520 and a 530 is the 530 has the same pitch, but it's a thicker sprocket. So if I have that ground down to make it a 520, then I have like a brand new sprocket. When here, this one's pretty decent, but it is a bigger loop here. It is war. And as I said, the pitch is the same, but this sprocket is considerably thinner. And I guess that's probably why it wears. But maybe, over here, I have this old rickety 350 motor, and it has a 530, just like brand new sprocket. So maybe I'll take the cover off and see what the shafts look like, and if I can accommodate the 530 sprocket on that, then I'll just buy a new 530 chain, and then I don't have to machine that other one. But maybe the shafts are different. There's a few uncertain uncertainties here that I don't know. Anyway, I got this looking decent. I didn't work on it today, but I did get this in the mail, and I polished it up. Well, glass blasted it. So anyway, cat's not anywhere around. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, you guys have a good evening.